Hello, welcome to my channel. In this video in particular, we were going to be speaking about my first piercing. If you guys like this video, make sure to like it and subscribe. Let's get into it. So this piercing I got like a month or two ago. My ex finally changed it in September 4th. Before that, I can't. I have to be cleaning it every day. With the backstory with this piercing is I've always wanted a piercing. I've always told my parents I wanted a piercing since I was probably 14, but my dad is completely against piercings. Nobody's piercing, no tattoos. They're really strict about it. On my mom's side, as long as I get it on my ear, she's completely fine with it. Tattoos, she's completely against. But piercings and all that, as long as they're on my ear, she doesn't care. I've always wanted a piercing, but since people used to tell me that to get a piercing if you're underage, they needed a parent's permission, like a waiver or something. And I know I'm not gonna get that from my dad because he's completely against it, and I can't get one from my mom because my mom is not here in the United States. So I told myself I'm gonna wait till I'm 18 to see if I still want it, and if I still want it, I will get a piercing. So every here and there during the years, from the point where I realized I wanted a piercing, I would tell my dad, can I get a piercing? Can I get a piercing? Can I get a piercing? He would say no all the time. And regarding, without me telling him and my family would be talking about how they don't want their children having piercings because it looks bad on them. It shows a bad reputation when it comes to getting a job and all that. And me being a teenager, never really paid attention. I didn't really care because to me a piercing is just a way to express yourself, I guess. My 18th birthday came around, and at this time I didn't have a job, which I will be speaking about jobs and stuff in another video. But I didn't have a job, and my dad was not gonna give me the money to get a piercing, so that was difficult in a way. So I kept applying to jobs and jobs and jobs until I got one at Old Navy, and that was a seasonal job. So all the money there went spent like this. I spent all that money and basically nothing because I can't really remember what I spent that money on. So I forgot about the piercing while I was working there, and the time came around in December. The seasonal job time ended and we were given our letters who stayed. I got my letter that said my time at Old Navy was over and the 26th was my last day working there. After that date, we wouldn't be getting our schedules and our emails anymore. So by this time, I didn't have any money saved, nothing. And yeah, then we went to a trip to DR in January of 2018, and I got a text message from my cousins telling me that there was this job opening, they needed people. I applied, blah blah blah, got the job. Been working there for 6 months. So yeah, then my friend Daniela, I waited till I was 18, and then when I got this job where I'm at now, I was like, I want to get a piercing. I told my dad I wanted a piercing, and he said no. But me being a teenager, I was like, I'm 18, I don't need your permission. Well, I didn't actually tell him that, because if I told him that's face, Catherine wouldn't be here right now. Because if you know Hispanic parents, you tone your voice this little and your face will be doing a 360 from a face slap. But yeah, so we get to the place, and the girl who attended us, she was really nice and all. She took Daniela first, and then I was last. When I got it, they asked where I wanted it, and then she drew like a little dot where she think it would be best for me to get it. So she drew the dot. I was like, okay, I like it, whatever. So it was time for me to get the piercing. This whole time I'm grabbing Daniela's hand and I'm just like, I'm scared. So she puts the gun up to there, and then it was like a second. Like when I tell you, you don't, it's like this, it's completely like fast. All you feel is like a pinch for like 3 seconds, and then you're good. Like the whole pain thing that you feel is just when the needle in the gun, the piercing gun, goes through your skin. 2 seconds more, and then the pain is off. The only thing I will tell you is, if you are really scared, try to relax, because afterwards you build so much adrenaline of being scared in your body that when everything's done and you feel the pain, you will feel like you're fainting. Because when I got it and then the piercing was in and everything, I legit felt like I was gonna faint, because I was under so much adrenaline for being scared that I felt like I was gonna faint. Like I had legitimately had to grab the table because I was gonna faint. And it sounds stupid, for many of you who like have millions of piercings, like you're probably like, you're weak. I was building it like in adrenaline, because last time I got a piercing was these 2, so I didn't know what to expect. But yeah, after like 2 seconds, you don't feel the pain anymore. So after she put the little back part of it, they like tell you, do not touch it without washing your hands. Try to avoid as many accidents as you can. Do not use your phone on this ear or whichever ear you did your piercing. And if you do, be cautious. Any bacteria that gets there can cause little ugly bubbles to form, and most likely also a keloid, which also is my biggest fear of having a piercing. I clean my ear at the end of the day every single day, and if I don't, I freak out the entire day after. Now I will be talking about the care for the piercing after you get it. So after you get it, try to not touch it. I know it's your first day getting your piercing, you're so excited, you just want to touch it, you want to, don't do it, don't touch it. But yeah, don't touch it. If you are going to touch it, make sure you wash your hands with water, warm water and soap, antibacterial soap preferably. At the end of the day, make sure to clean your ear. What I do for cleaning is I bought an antibacterial soap. I take a bit of warm water, 1 pump of antibacterial soap, and I add a little bit of 91% rubbing alcohol, and I mix that mixture. I take a Q-tip, dip it in, and then at the first day, you're not going to be able to go around the whole thing because it's going to be painful. So the first day you get it, most likely it's going to be really painful for you to do it. So all you have to do is just go with the Q-tip, take it and just go around it like this, in this form. And also you want to get the back, because the back, a lot of people forget it and they got a lot of bumps in the back because they forget to clean it every night. So try, it's gonna be a bit uncomfortable. It's not really like painful to the point where like, oh my god, you're crying. It's gonna be uncomfortable because it's the first day, and like the first week is gonna be uncomfortable. So just go to this motion on your ear, and then I feel like the second week it was way better. I could go sort of around the whole thing, but you want to go slow, because if you go fast, the ear is gonna get irritated again. After that, take a dry Q-tip, take it, dry the excess water of it in the back, and you're good. Again, try to not use your phone on the new piercing side. If you do, try to disinfect your phone as much as you can before you put it in your ear to avoid any bad bacteria getting there. If you get a piercing anywhere here, it's gonna take you up to 4 months to heal if you take care of it properly. I believe I'm in my 2nd month. My 4th is gonna be in September 4th. Then I can start changing it. But it all depends how well you take care of your piercing. If you clean it every night, you avoid any irritation in your ear. If you do see that you're building up bubbles or anything is irritating your ear really bad, go to the person who did your piercing, because they were the one that did it. They know what's best. Don't ask your friend. your friend's experience and your friend's piercing is a whole different to yours. Go to that person, call, and ask if it's normal or not. If it's normal, just leave it. If it's not, go see it. Or if they say go to a doctor, get it checked out. Make sure your piercing is good and is not getting affected. So it's been like a couple months ago. Now I could touch it. I could still, like, it's a bit uncomfortable, not that much, but like I could touch it. I can still feel it. I can still feel like 0.5% of pain, but I could touch it. Now I'm gonna be talking about the reaction of my dad when he saw my piercing. So it was, I believe, 4 in the morning because I had to transfer from my apartment to his. This would be a whole different video that goes along with the blog after I post the blog, if I haven't already. So I had to transfer from my apartment to his apartment to take care of my little sister, to take her to school that morning. So it was 4 in the morning, and I said, "Hi, Dad," and I keep walking. He goes, "What is that?" I stop, and I'm like, I know he saw it. This was like 4 days after I got it, and then I stop, and I'm like, shit. He's like, "What is that?" And I'm like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "That on your ear. When did you get that?" I'm like 4 days ago. He's like, "Why?" And I'm like, "What do you mean why? It's just a piercing." And then he just gave me the face and just walked right past me, and I just went back to sleep. He was like that for like a couple of days, and then a couple of days later we were in the living room and he's just talking, and then he's like, "I'm not happy with you. You know I don't like piercings, why would you get that?" I'm like, and my answer was, "What's the difference with this piercing with these two that I got? They're just piercings." His answer was, "Exactly, what's the point? If you have two, why do you need one more?" And my answer was, "I like it. I thought it was pretty. I wanted one since I was basically 14, but you never allowed me to. I was able to pay for it, although my friend paid for it." But yeah, she added to that part. Daniela did end up paying for it. But yeah, he was arguing with me that there was no point of getting that if I had two already. He doesn't like it. Moral of the story was, I told him I liked it. I've always wanted it since I was 14. And without being disrespectful, I told him, it's not up to you if you like it, it's up to me since I'm the one that's wearing it. I've always wanted it. I like it on me. I decided to get it. When it comes to your parents, everybody's parents is different. Everybody's parents gonna have a different reaction to it. For example, Daniela's parents, they didn't care. For even more things, her mom went with her to get the piercing. Her mom doesn't care if she got piercings. My dad does. Everybody's parents gonna be different, so the best thing to do is always try to get your parents on board with the decision of getting a piercing, whether it's a piercing, tattoo, or any decision in your life. Try to talk to your parents about it first. If you see that they're not gonna change their mind, wait till you're. I decided to wait until I was 18, but depending on the way you think your parents are gonna react, it's better if you wait until you're able to take care of yourself. So this was my first piercing experience video. If you guys did enjoy it, or you guys want videos like this, make sure to like this video, subscribe, put any comments or suggestions that you have in the comments below. I will be leaving the link to my vlog in the description right below, so make sure to go check that out. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Have a blessed day.